Sorry, what's going on?
Yeah, that's fine.
We planned a show.
We planned it. Right. Name for show.
Well, yeah, we're trying to think of a name for our show. We're going with Berkavitch. You like it? It sounds Irish.
I think we don't know.
Polarbear. Yeah? Like a naked camera.
Right. Now we need a theme. Theme for like...
Words. Let me tell you about this girl. See, she's the kind of girl who only does things on her own terms. The kind of girl who likes boys who drive Novas and wear shirts. The kind of girl who thinks that she's the reason why the world turns. The kind of girl whose kisses probably tasted like swear words. This girl. Brown hair, blue eyes, 5'6". Wearing halter neck tops to really show off her bits. Gold hoop earrings as big as your fist and the reddest red lipstick all over her lips are. She worked it like no girl I'd ever seen. Rocking designer high heels and tracky beads rolled up to the knees. All counterfeit Burberry and fake D&G. Walking attitude. You know what I mean? First time I saw her, I was just chilling at home. She was in the street outside my kitchen window, spitting words through the sound of sucked teeth at a mobile phone that was hanging on a piece of string round her neck. I stopped what I was doing to check her out for a minute, as she reinvented language through colloquial tones. Oh, on my days, yeah, right, no, right, but is it? Yeah, but you don't even know me though, does he though? Her skin was so smooth. And this was probably due to the fact that she scraped her hair back so tight she could no longer change her facial expression. She wore it in a ponytail, high on the left side, and it gave her this look of almost constant surprise, causing the corner of one of her eyebrows to rise, that she was always about to ask us a question. It was a popular look. We called it Council House Botox. And you see her casually smoking and chain spitting at bus stops. Fake nails and skin saturated in spray tan. And if you had half a brain, you could have figured out her game plan from the 3-inch of red satin thong sticking out from the top of the tracksuit bottom's rolled down waistband. This girl was a class act. And that tattoo on her lower back had been carefully positioned to draw men's attention to her magnificent ass. You see, in my past experience, I've always found it the case that the girls with the best asses live on housing estates. And the reasons behind this are reasonably straightforward. If you lived on the 14th floor of a multi-storey building with the lifts constantly broken, the fault's been reported like 4 or 5 times a day after walking about 1 million stairs, it's fair to say that because of all that walking, your ass would look like it'd been carved from marble by the greatest artist in all of ancient Greece. And you won't be needing to pay the gym £30 a month for making up excuses about missing step aerobics last week. I once saw a local woman carry 3 bags of shopping in a 2-tiered baby buggy up a fire escape. She took it in her stride. Her ass was like an engine, pistons, hydraulics, and air cushion brakes. Sorry, I'm getting off the point. Let's just say this girl was hard to avoid. And from the day she moved in, she started making a noise. Hungry for affection and attention from boys, and as the new girl around here, she had a bit of a choice. It's like she had a disease. We called it one of shag every man-itis. With a particular penchant for b-boys, rappers and graph writers, and almost every night she might invite someone into her pants. And if she set her sights on someone, they didn't really stand a chance. Now if you'd looked in her eyes, you'd have seen pound signs in her irises. And if you'd looked on her left hand, you'd have realised that's where the problem is. See, 3 of her fingers were dressed in gold sovereigns, but the 4th wore the shadows of 15 broken promises. She'd been in relationships before, and to be honest, I'm sure she thought them all long term at the time. But there was something about her, because I doubt that coincidence would lead to 15 consecutive prospective spouses all changing their minds. Or maybe it would. Perhaps I'm not giving her much credit. But from the day she moved in, I thought it was obvious. This girl is going to be a headache. Cheers.
15. And I'm sparking a joint. In the park with the boys, chatting fart, making noise. The girls are on a bench way over there in the distance. To put space between our best means of resistance. It's getting dark and we all want to kiss them, but we don't have a clue what to do, so we're just distant. Too embarrassed to talk it over. Then John's like, hold on, somebody's walking over. Oh no, yo, it's 2 of the girls. Other half of the species confusing our world. If they choose you, it proves you're mature to the world. Fingers crossed in my pocket, what's moving the dirt. You're never sure whether they're going to smile or bite you. They walk right over like they're ready to fight you. They both look at me and say, Jessica likes you. My mind goes, no, my maths, like, alright, cool. And let me tell you about Jessica Brown. Every single maths lesson I've been checking her out. Something in her eyes makes my chest want to shout, and that freckle by the neck of her blouse, I'm like, wow. It turns out she'd been checking me too. And though I never asked her out, she'd been expecting me to. So just for good measure, extra pressure to boot, and my penalty's up. I'm ready to shoot. At this point, I know I'm supposed to follow them. And if anyone's got kissing techniques, I want to borrow them. I can't swallow in the possible horror of tomorrow if I get it wrong, it's going to be hollow, I can't breathe. Might be worse if I run, so I can't leave. and I've got no control over the bones in my knees. My friends are egging me on, telling me, you can't leg it. If you run out, then you regret it, believe. Next thing I know, we're in the middle of the park. Her friends and my friends watch from afar. Neither one of us is even sure where to start. Stars are coming out, the whole park's getting dark. She looks at me. My mind goes numb. And I try and fight the urge to just pull her hair and run. Next thing I know, her tongue's touching my tongue. I'm not sure I'm doing it right, but I'm like, nice one. For some reason, I'm closing my eyes. The whole park melts and we're frozen in time. Her hand's on my shoulder, I'm holding her side, then my hand goes down, slowly strokes her behind. I don't know why, what a joker am I? Oh no, my mind, something's poking her thigh. It's not as supposed to hold, I won't lie. But she's holding me tight just to show me it's fine. This girl is wicked. And I wish we could kiss forever. I hear my name and I try not to listen. I open my eyes, I'm in the fetal position. On my bed, age 10, not even dreaming of kissing. Even getting into my clothes feels like a mission, but I smell fried dumpling from down in the kitchen. No television in my room like I wish it, but there's football to play, to the park's my decision. Mom shouts up, I hope you got your vest on. And even though I know that I don't, I'm like, yes, Mom. I know now it's better never to test Mom. Forget TV detectives, believe she's the best one. I can't stop, Mom, kick off to 2. Boy, come back after 7, you catch a lick off my shoe. I smile as I leave. Rally burn up the street. 2 dumpling I'm eating too quickly to chew. Welcome back to this week-long 40-a-side grudge match. The score is 34-all. Steve gets the ball out on the right, cuts back inside, square ball to John. John goes to turn, the crowd shouts, man on, pass back to Steve, who lets loose a shot you won't believe, top right-hand corner at a goalkeeper's reach. The team goes mad, pile on, behind the goal man. What's the time? 20 to 9. I'm like, oh, poo. Racking my brain for an excuse. Even though it's no use, I still choose to make one. Mum will take none, but I've got to say something. Close the front door, can still smell the dumpling. I can't see Mum, so I dump my stuff. Just enough time to make tea and butter her up. What time do you call this? I don't reply, just act surprised and close my eyes to get licked. But the licks don't come. I stand struck down, count down from 5 to 1, then I slowly open my eyes. To my surprise, I stand dressed smart, I'm now 21. Well done, son. Mum gives me a hug. Young man's grown up, graduated and done. She wears the best clothes and I don't suppose she knows the son owes the man 10 grand for fun. Right now it doesn't matter. She sat chatting with just mum and dad over a cold platter. They're all laughing how we're still together. As we sit to decide whether the wine they get leathered. She looks amazing. Better than I ever remember in those lessons when she drove me crazy. She looks at me a little knife for maybe. It's time for she's telling me about having a baby. I open my eyes at 29. And my 8-year-old son wants to learn how to rhyme. Standing at the foot of our bed and off the top of his head he spits a flow show in perfect time. You know that deserves a smile. Alright, let's get dressed, brush your teeth and we'll work on style. Get your clothes on and don't forget your vest, lad. And even though I know that he won't, he's like, yes, Dad. A cup of tea in my mug that says best dad. More rhymers in the house that I'll be driving Jess mad. She just smiles as she sips her tea, and as a tick of the feet he comes back with his best pad. Right. First thing you must observe the time. A good flow is like a fossil, it preserves the time. And the only thing of worth you can learn from mine is that the spaces between words deserve to shine. You gotta find your own style, son. And if the flow feels right to you, the rhyme's done. Sometimes looking back in time is good, because some things don't change as you find what you love. Speak what you know. Breathe deep as you flow. Some people are going to bite you to keep the light down. And they can say what they like. But when you're gripping a mic, you make sure that you're right for right now. Thank you.